BLK in this motherfucker. And so what Ski Mask, the slump guy, just said was not enough. It was not enough. It was not enough to cover anybody's tracks or whatever the case may be. Now, I was informed or given the idea that maybe he trying to cover himself or his own tracks or protect himself. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I know a lot of the time, this is what you need to do in order to get by. You got to keep your mouth quiet on specific things. Certain things you don't talk about, certain topics you don't want to touch on because you may raise awareness to certain or specific areas within your life that may be questionable. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's just start this video.
Then I would have shut up. But otherwise, it's like you tried to sacrifice me, bro. You tried to sacrifice me. You could put that. You could put that as the caption if you want. The nigga tried to sacrifice me. Because look at it this way. I'm in jail. I had a PBL charge. I'm facing life. Now, that's what nobody realized. I was facing life. I'm facing life. Which was one of my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody loved Drake, bro. Everybody loved Drake. I still respect the nigga for his music. You know what I'm saying? I just can't respect what he did to me. You feel me? Everybody love Drake, bro.
Do you think he deliberately did it, or maybe like...
Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. And I'm not gonna say no names, nigga. A DJ hit me up. Not only a DJ, my manager at the time hit me up. Said, yo, this nigga Drake hit us up and he wants to talk to you. He said he watched the interview, he fucks with you. Bro, on God, bro, on my fucking life, bro, on my mom, bro. On my mom, fam. These niggas hit me up and said this shit, bro. Nigga, I love, bro. Nigga, all I had, bro, at a point, all I had was my mom and Ski. This was all I had. At a point, all I had was my mom and Ski. And my mom wasn't physically around. You know what I'm saying? So, on my mom, my nigga, the nigga hit me up and was like, yo, they said, this nigga Drake watched your interview. He said he fucks with you. He said he wants to talk. He wants to talk to you.
Yeah. So y'all heard it right at the horse's mouth. He was talking to DJ Academics. He clearly said there was something going on with Drake, right? And then Ski Mask, the slump guy, turn around and say, don't believe none of that. You going into the YouTube conspiracy, yada, 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 whatever the case may be. Then he persists to say, go and touch some grass. Now, I don't know if that was you saying that you about to go blaze or just literally go live life, like go experience life. But at the end of the day, it seemed like deflecting. You know, it's kind of fishy. You feel what I'm saying? He just said, Ski, you was the only thing he had.
Nigga, all I had, bro, at a point, all I had was my mom and Ski.
And then you turned around and just said, don't believe X? Like, that's fishy right there. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That raises questions, fam. On God. It raises questions because it came out of your best friend's or your man's mouth. And you say, don't believe him? Now individuals finna start going and digging up some, you know what I'm saying, on you. Like, if you was talking on the phone with Drake or you was talking to the labels or you was trying to, up your longevity in the game. We don't know what's going on. But when you can put the pieces of the puzzle together as people open up their mouth and say weird things. On God. He said, y'all seen Ryan Garcia, what he said, dog. This is what Ryan Garcia is saying. This is not even out of my mouth. You feel me? But at the end of the day, when you got individuals that's pretty much trying to conquer and divide, you know what I'm saying? It splits the mind into two. You feel me? It splits your mind into two and you don't know what to believe when all you got to do is do the research yourself and come up with your own conclusions. You know what I'm saying? Match the research that you have with the next individual and then y'all come up with a conclusion. And then that's what you do amongst, the entire village, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of individuals that's out here literally trying to understand what's going on. But most of this shit, a lot of it, I ain't gonna say most, a lot of it just be a big soap opera. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all gotta understand something. People do things in order to make themselves relevant. Period. Now, whether you said Whether you say Drake has something to do with it, X faked, you know, he not really gone, or, you know, Ski Mask got something in, or whomever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you don't do your own research, you can't come up with a concrete conclusion. You know what I'm saying? That's why somebody can come in and give you some information and be like, make you think like, oh, I ain't never even heard of that. Of course, because you didn't go do the research yourself, but you be so invested in these artists, you would think that these people would actually go do some research. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how everybody could be having their own opinion on specific artists that they feel like they number one fans of, but they don't really do deep research because they be afraid to. This is what it is. They don't want to find out something about their favorite person, you know, and change their perspective about them. It's just what it is, man. People see you in one light and they don't want to see you in the shadows. On God. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see you for who you really truly are. You feel me? And this boils down back to having fake relationships. This is why a lot of the times in your life you don't have a real relationship, because you subconsciously, you know, are inviting fake relationships in your life by not, you know, pretty much doing your research on the individual, right? So you can get in a relationship right now, and because you don't want to see the lover that you with in another life, in another light, you gonna stay gullible and push everything they doing under the rug. Like, y'all gotta understand, if you doing that for a celebrity or somebody that you look up to, you subconsciously doing that in your everyday life. On God. You gotta realize that certain people, if you wanna be a number one fan, if you gonna follow somebody, get the whole story. You know what I'm saying? Don't just hear something and be like, hey, you know, he said that you don't believe it, so it's not believable. Just like with the whole YSL case, right? Where they say Gunna didn't snitch, and what they say, this is what Young Thug Daddy said. Gunna didn't snitch, and y'all need to stop listening to such and such. And it's like, dude, you never know what to believe unless you do the research yourself. This is why even if you go in a church, a pastor can manipulate your ass. Even if you go to a voodoo priestess, a spiritual teacher, whomever you go to, a motherfucker can manipulate you simply based off the fact that you do not do research. This is what it all boils down to. So when Ryan Garcia made that comment or that post or whatever, when he opened his mouth and made that statement, individuals got mad like Ski Mask because, you know, he may or may not have something to do with this shit. Now, you can get full off of breadcrumbs. You can. What I mean by that is individuals leave bits and pieces of information that you can feed yourself. You know what I'm saying? Rather than taking a whole piece of the pie, trying to take a whole bite out of it when somebody trying to feed you all at once and you be overly stuffed, you can go get full off of breadcrumbs and, you know, slowly integrate information into your mind. That way you'll be able to maneuver and see what actually is going on. You see what I'm saying? You got to take your time with everything. You can't rush and think, oh, this blogger is correct because they've got... No. Bro, did you do the research yourself, bro? Does it actually even make... Dog, come on, man. It's talking about going down a rabbit hole. Fam, I want you to understand something. It don't be a lot of times where I discuss magic. But I'm going to discuss it on this behalf, right here. Now, when people say you jumping down a rabbit hole, right? You going down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole. Okay, when you see a magician take the rabbit out of his fucking hat, where did he have to go to in order to get that rabbit? What type of mind state did he have to be in order to get the rabbit to come out of the hole? Ask yourself that. You know what I'm saying? Because that motherfucker right there that made a rabbit come out of a hat, that's the motherfucker that knows some shit. Whether you want to believe it or not, because the average person couldn't do it. Right or right? Right, motherfucker. Now, with that being said, when he said jump down the rabbit hole or the quote-unquote conspiracy theories, he was basically saying what y'all doing is trying to make yourself wiser. Because, you know, these are things that average people cannot do. On God. Y'all got to understand and read between the lines. A lot of the times, it be a riddle that motherfuckers is speaking in. You just got to be able to decode the riddle, or you have to be able to understand that, you know, certain times or certain things are not lies. But what dude just said, ski mask, was not enough.